Every agent you know right now is using AI in some way or another, and almost none of them are getting anything out of it because they're using it like Google. They're using it like a search engine, and that's only a very minimal way that you should be using it. And here's where I want you to start thinking a little differently because I get to work with some of the most amazing coders out there and AI prompters and executives, and they're showing me how we right now as agents should be using it, how we should be evolving as AI grows. And I want to tell you why you should be paying attention to how AI is developing because it matters in our business. And I'll show you exactly how in this conversation because I'm watching agents do a lot more with a lot less thanks to AI. This is Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Let's get into this one. Here's what most agents did when AI showed up. They used it for the easy stuff. Write me a listing description. Make this email sound nicer. Give me a caption for this post. And look, that's fine. It saves you a few minutes, but it doesn't grow your business 1 inch. At least I don't think it does. Nobody ever hired you because you write the most amazing captions. Because I don't know anyone that hired a real estate agent for writing the most amazing captions. If you stay stuck there, it's a trap. The tool feels useful. So you keep using it for little things because that's what you've gotten used to. And you never notice it's not actually changing anything that matters in your core business. You want to know what the agents who are winning figured this out, let's just talk outside of real estate, those people that are using it to grow the business, to grow their presence, they stopped treating AI like a writing tool. They started treating it like a thinking partner, like a research partner, like a development partner. One of the agents I had on today for a coaching call, his name's Joe out of Portland. He showed us exactly what he was doing with AI. And he specifically is using Claude. And he showed us how he's built different projects for different parts of his website, where he's taking the HTML code and building out every single page and now creating blogs that's getting him found on page 1 of Google and on the AI overview section of Google. And that means he's getting more business. Let's keep talking on this because there's some more pieces that I think you may be missing. AI isn't there to do your busy work. Now you may think, well, I can automate things, Tristan. Of course it is. Well, it's there to do your thinking, the hard stuff, the stuff you typically avoid, the stuff that actually moves a business. I think that is the one key that I'm watching these other executives and these other coders really do well. Let me show you what that looks like, or at least talk to you about it. You know, most of you know that I opened up Y Realty about a year ago, and we're growing, right? We're doing pretty well, but there's a long way to go. And I've got agents in there using it to pull apart a deal before they ever pick up the phone. They drop in everything they know, the seller, the property, the comps, the whole situation. And then they ask, what am I missing here? What's the objection I'm not seeing coming? What would I say to this person if I'd been doing this for 30 years? What do I say if I'm the buyer? What do I say if I'm the seller? Right? You get going. It's not just a caption. I think this is where we all get stuck, and this is why it changes. This is a strategy. That's the part of the job that used to take a mentor and 10 years to learn. I'm not saying it doesn't take that long. I'm saying that you can shortcut it so you can focus in on the things you should be focused on when it comes to your past client that you're talking to right now that wants to sell a home. When it comes to that new buyer that's coming through that you've been talking to, and now you're going to show homes for the first time. So obviously this is the part that most agents miss. The agents getting nothing out of AI aren't failing because they're dumb. They're failing because nobody taught them ask it hard questions. It's part of what we do in the AI workshop. We try to change the way you function with AI, all different types of AI. Right now, a lot of agents are asking it easy questions, they get easy answers, and then they're shocked that nothing changed. So here's what I want you to do today, this week, tomorrow, just sometime in the next 7 days if possible. Stop using AI to write things. Just stop for a few days. Use it to think instead. And I want you to separate it too. If you're naturally going to it to ask questions, just go to Google. This way there's a separation in your mind. Use AI to think instead, to go deeper, to go further, to go niche, to grab all that information in one place, and then to go back and forth with it. Take your hardest deal that you have right now, or any deal, the one that's stuck, if you've got a few, open up Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini and treat it like you're sitting across from one of the smartest agents that you know or that you've ever met. Tell it the whole situation, then ask that question that you're typically scared to ask your broker, possibly even, which I hope you're not, but ask it, why isn't this closing? Why is this property over on the market for like 6 months? Why didn't I get that last listing? Here's the situation. Why does this buyer keep on just slowly fading and getting just sad with the situation they're in? And I think they're not going to end up buying. What do I do now? You start treating it differently. Ask questions like that and ask, what am I doing that's pushing this client away maybe? Give me 3 ways to handle this that I haven't tried yet. And here's what I've tried. Then do the same thing with your database. Tell her who your best past clients are, top 20. And we've gone over this before, but maybe top 10, maybe top 5. Narrow it down and say, hey, not only who should I call first, but what should I say? Because now you're building projects, because you're building the memory into this, that you can go back to it and then start asking it questions like we had before. And I said, create a project. This way you know how to reach out to your past clients, and it'll give you ideas of what to write. That one move will put you ahead of almost every agent I've talked to. And I talked to a lot of agents about AI. Now, here's another part to this. The tool isn't the advantage anymore. Everyone can go and use it for free. Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, you name it. Everyone can use it. Everyone's got the same ability to use it. You and the agent down the street are typing into this exact same chat box. The advantage is the questions you ask it. See, a sharp agent with AI is very dangerous because not only are they asking it the right question, they're masterminding with it, they're building a landing page, they're creating content that then shows up on page 1 of Google and shows up on AI searches, right? A lazy agent with AI is just lazy faster. And look, in some cases, there's nothing wrong with being lazy. That's how you connect things to make things go faster. But I'll give you one number because it makes the point better, I guess better than I can. NAR ran a survey last year. Most agents are using AI, which is a given. Only about 1 in 6 said it had any real impact on their business. 1 in 6. Now, I want the impact to be deeper with you. Everyone's holding the same tool. And I don't know that that's going to change. It's probably going to equalize even more. It's going to get easier. AI is going to get easier to use. Almost no agent, in fact, nobody, people in general, are really using it to solve a problem for their business and to get further along. So I don't know that it's a tool problem. It's almost like it's a mindset problem. And the mindset isn't, how do I save time with this? It's, how do I think better than I could on my own? And you've heard this before where you have a second brain here. In fact, not only do you have a second brain, but you got multiple brains depending on what you created. And saving time is nice. Like I like saving time, but thinking better, thinking differently, thinking deeper, that's how you start winning. So here's a line I want you to walk away with. The agents who win the next few years won't be the ones using AI the most. And I know a lot of people using a lot of AI. It'll be the ones asking it the best questions, getting creative, innovating with it. Everybody's got the tool, but almost nobody's got the questions because their mindset is a little off. If this helped you, if this helped you see AI a little bit differently, or at least gave you a different perspective on how you should be using it, then please share this with somebody you think may need this, or follow, subscribe, reach out with any questions. I want you to start thinking about how you can start using this to develop a better business, not just to save you time because you're going and getting the right answer faster. And if you want to dive deeper into AI and what we do, just jump into the workshops. They're $25 a month. It's an insane price. I want you there. We have hundreds, almost 1,000 real estate agents on there. It's getting crazy and they're all learning quite a bit. Hope to see you there. Have an awesome day.